Hello, welcome to Southern Wreaths, formerly Crafting with Lee. Today I'm going to do this really simple jute patriotic wreath. These are the supplies I'm going to use to make this wreath. I'm going to start by adding ties to my wire frame. This is actually a 12-inch wire frame, so I add my ties slightly different than with my 14-inch frame. Just like always, I'm going to add a pipe cleaner to each crossbar for the center ones. I twist 3 times as tightly as I can, so I don't want it to come loose. And then after I get all the center done, I start in the middle between 2 crossbars to start the outside. And again, I twist 3 times as tightly as I can. I'm laying the pipe cleaners along, and I'm going to add, my next pipe cleaner where that one ended. I actually ended up having to go back and add an extra one. So I suggest coming in maybe a 1/2 of an inch to where the pipe cleaner ends before you add another one, just so you can have the right amount. Alright, I'm going to zoom in here and show you where I add my mesh. I always like to put it where a pipe cleaner is to the left of a crossbar. And this is so when you go around all the way, it ends where it began, so it's seamless. And I just shove it through there and add a zip tie to secure it. And then I kind of push the pipe cleaner over a little bit, just so there's no hole. I'm going to gather all of the 21-inch mesh. It's jute mesh. And I kind of like to have it centered once I gather it. But see, I push the mesh through the hole that's created by the crossbar and pipe cleaner. And then I always like to use zip ties to secure because it gets loose if you just use your pipe cleaners. And then I just trim away what's sticking up. And I'm going to open all of my ties just so it's easier when I go around. I'm only going to do 10-inch poofs on this wreath because it's a smaller wreath form. And then I'm just going to twist once because I'm going to go back and add ribbon to each section. And I like to fluff mine as I went. And then I realized I didn't trim away the excess because it was fraying. So now I'm just going to cut that away. Right, I'm going to continue doing 10-inch poofs all around the outside. And then I actually run out of this mesh. This was just some leftover. I wanted to use up before I opened a new pack. But here's the new roll. And I'm going to show you what you can do to if you run into this problem. I am actually going to zip tie these together and to the frame at the same time. So I've got the old mesh and the new mesh in a zip tie around a bar on the wreath. And then once you make your poof, you don't even notice where it was at. Now I'm going to push all of the outside pipe cleaners out of the way, and then I'm going to open the inside ones. And the only reason I do this is because it's easier to add your mesh when you're going around. It's quicker than having to open each one as you go. And then when I get to the last poof and I'm about to start the middle, I like to just bring the mesh up to the closest pipe cleaner in the middle and just twist once, and then I just continue around. And then at the end, I'll open that pipe cleaner and add the mesh in, and that would be my last poof. That just makes it where you don't have to waste another zip tie. And see, here's my last one, so I'm opening it and then adding the mesh in. And then I'm still only twisting once, but you want it to be a good twist. You don't want it to come open. And jute mesh is really good to work with because it's pretty stiff, so it'll stay where you put it. And now I'm just going to zip tie the end. And since I've got so much mesh left, I don't have anything to push through, so I'm just taking just a clump of it and I'm holding it really tightly in my hand, and I'm just going to feed the zip tie around that mesh and then around the wire, and then I just trim that away and push it to the back, and then I get to keep all of that excess mesh. I decided to cut my ribbon at 11 inches because this is a smaller wreath, and I'm cutting 4 different ribbons, but I'm only going to put 3 in each section, so I won't have to cut, I believe it's 14 ties. I won't have to cut 14 of each. So I went through all of them and dovetailed them, and then I stacked them the way I wanted to add it to the wreath. I just made my own pattern. And then I'm just going to grab my first bundle, fold it in half to find the middle, make a crease, and then I pinch that. I'm going to open my tie and then push the ribbon down as far as I can and then twist 3 times. I normally don't start on the outside, but I wasn't really paying attention. And then I like to use a glue stick to roll down my pipe cleaners. And then since I have 3 ribbons, I have to open these slightly different than what I normally do. Well, what I end up doing is just making an X with the outside, or I guess the 2 under ribbons. I create an X, and then the very top ribbon, I just have it going straight across. But you can mix and match this and do it any way you like. Now I'm going to do one of the insides. I did the same thing where I creased and then pinched it. Open the pipe cleaner, twist 3 times. And you don't have to roll down your pipe cleaners. You can tuck them to the back. You can cut them away. Some people even add little things to the ends of them, like little foam pieces. That would be cute. All right, I'm going to go around and add the ribbon to each pipe cleaner section on the inside and the outside. This is a super simple wreath to make, and you can do it with as many ribbons as you like. All right, there I am finishing the last section, and you can add a sign to this. You can add a bow to this. The customer wanted just a super simple patriotic wreath. So that's it. That's how I made my wreath. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or you can email me at craftingwithlee@yahoo.com. And if you liked my video or learned anything today, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.